The big challenge. The sun set over the grand arena, casting long shadows across the sand. It was a day like no other for the galaxy's most exciting event, the Challenge of Champions. Alien species from across the stars gathered to witness a show of strength and skill. Today, they would see if the humans could stand up to the mighty alien commander's challenge. In the center of the arena stood the alien commander, tall and imposing. His scales shimmered under the stadium lights, and his voice boomed through the speakers, sending ripples of excitement through the crowd. He had called upon the best of his kind and promised to unleash a creature of legendary power. The Beast. It was said to be unbeatable, a creature so fierce that even the bravest warriors would tremble at its roar. The arena was packed with aliens of all shapes and sizes, their eyes fixed on the central stage. The alien commander's pride was evident. His people believed in the might of the Beast and expected a grand victory. In stark contrast, the human side of the arena was calm. Human soldiers in their simple but sturdy uniforms waited quietly. They had heard the tales of the Beast and knew it was no ordinary challenge. Yet, amidst the tension, one human stood out, a young man named Jack. Jack was known for his unshakable confidence and sharp wit. Jack's comrades glanced at him nervously. They had seen the footage of the Beast, a massive, scaly creature with claws like daggers and eyes that glowed like molten lava. The soldiers knew this was no easy task. Yet Jack's face was set in a determined smile. As the alien commander's voice filled the arena, Jack stepped forward. His posture was relaxed, almost casual, as if he was strolling into a park rather than stepping into a battle with a fearsome monster. The crowd quieted down, curious about this brave or perhaps reckless human who seemed unfazed by the danger. The alien commander's eyes narrowed as he saw Jack approach. "So you are the human who dares to challenge the Beast?" he asked, his tone dripping with condescension. Jack looked up at the towering alien commander and replied with a grin, "Yep, that's me. And honestly, I'm not too worried about it. Your Beast looks like a cute pup to me." A murmur of surprise rippled through the alien audience. They had expected the human to show fear or at least some sign of hesitation. Instead, Jack's comment was met with laughter and confusion. To the aliens, it was either a display of boldness or sheer foolishness. The alien commander, taken aback by Jack's casual attitude, frowned. "You underestimate the Beast at your own peril. It is the most fearsome creature in the galaxy. It will tear you apart." Jack shrugged. "Well, I guess we'll see about that. But from where I'm standing, it doesn't look all that scary." With that, the alien commander waved a hand, and the gates of the arena began to open. From within emerged the Beast. The creature was enormous, with scales that looked like polished metal and muscles rippling under its skin. Its roar echoed through the arena, making the ground tremble. The audience watched in awe and apprehension. Jack remained where he stood, his demeanor unchanged. He looked at the Beast with a mixture of curiosity and amusement. To the alien crowd, it seemed as though Jack was not just brave, but perhaps a little mad. As the Beast approached, its eyes locked onto Jack. The creature's gaze was intense, and it let out a deep growl. The alien audience held their breath, waiting to see if the human would finally show some fear. Jack, however, did not flinch. Instead, he gave the Beast a playful wave and said, "Hey there, pup. Ready for a fun game?" The Beast stopped, momentarily confused by Jack's behavior. It let out a snarl, shaking its head as if trying to understand what it was seeing. The crowd's reaction shifted from anticipation to bewilderment. They had never seen anything like this before. The alien commander's face turned red with frustration. He had expected this challenge to be a display of fear and awe, not a comedic act. He glared at Jack, his patience wearing thin. "Enough of this nonsense," the alien commander roared. "Prepare yourself, human. The Beast does not play games!" Jack's smile never wavered. "I'm ready. Let's see what you got." With a final defiant look at the Beast and the alien commander, Jack took his position in the center of the arena. The crowd watched with bated breath, unsure of what to expect. Would Jack's confidence be enough to overcome the mighty Beast, or was he about to learn a hard lesson in humility? The stage was set for an extraordinary showdown. The tension in the arena was palpable as everyone awaited the clash between human bravery and alien might. Jack's fearless attitude and humorous comments had turned what could have been a grim confrontation into an intriguing spectacle. As the gates closed and the battle was about to begin, one thing was clear. This was going to be a match like no other. Meet the Beast. The arena was buzzing with excitement as the moment everyone had been waiting for finally arrived. The gates at the far end of the arena began to rumble and creak. A hush fell over the crowd, their eyes fixed on the darkened opening. The alien commander stood with a smug grin, his eyes glittering with anticipation. Today, he would prove that the Beast was as formidable as the legends claimed. Jack, the human challenger, stood in the middle of the arena with his hands on his hips, his expression a mix of curiosity and amusement. He had made his cheeky comment about the Beast being a cute pup, but now he was about to see if his bravado would hold up. As the gates fully opened, the crowd's excitement reached a fever pitch. Out from the darkness stepped the Beast. The creature was enormous, its body covered in scales that shimmered under the bright arena lights. Each step it took seemed to shake the ground beneath it. The Beast had powerful limbs ending in sharp claws, and its eyes glowed with a fierce, unsettling light. Its roar was like thunder, echoing through the arena and making the spectators' ears ring. The Beast was indeed a sight to behold, and it made its presence known with a deep, rumbling growl. The air was thick with tension as the creature's eyes locked onto Jack. To the aliens, the Beast was a symbol of raw power and terrifying strength. They had been waiting for this moment, eager to see if Jack's casual attitude would crumble in the face of such an imposing opponent. Jack, however, was far from intimidated. He took a step forward, still wearing his confident grin. He looked up at the Beast with an expression that seemed to say, "Is this all you've got?" Despite the creature's menacing appearance, Jack's nonchalance remained unwavering. The Beast let out another mighty roar, shaking the very foundation of the arena. The sound was so powerful that it made the spectators' hearts race. Jack stood his ground, his posture relaxed. He waved a hand and called out, "Wow, you're a big one, aren't you? I hope you're not just all bark and no bite." The alien crowd was astonished. They had never seen anyone so unafraid. Some even started to laugh, finding Jack's bravado entertaining. Others exchanged worried glances, wondering if the human's overconfidence would lead to a quick defeat. The alien commander's face tightened. He had expected a display of fear or at least some hesitation from Jack. Instead, he was met with mockery and a relaxed attitude. The commander's frustration grew as he watched Jack's casual behavior. He had spent months preparing the Beast for this fight, and he was determined to see it crush the human's arrogance. The Beast, however, seemed a bit confused by Jack's response. It stopped growling and tilted its head as if trying to understand why this human wasn't showing the proper respect or fear. The creature's confusion was evident in its behavior. It paced back and forth, its claws scraping the ground, and its eyes darting back and forth as if trying to figure out the strange human before it. Jack took this opportunity to stroll around the arena, casually inspecting the surroundings. He glanced at the Beast with a playful expression. "Nice digs you've got here. I hope you've been enjoying your stay." The crowd was now laughing and cheering, their amusement growing with each of Jack's comments. Even some of the alien soldiers, who had initially doubted Jack's chances, found themselves impressed by his fearless attitude. The alien commander's patience was wearing thin. He stepped forward, his voice carrying an edge of irritation. "Enough games! The Beast is here to defeat you, not entertain you. Prepare for the fight of your life." Jack raised his hand in a mock salute. "Yes, sir. I'm all set. Let's see what this Beast can really do." The Beast, still bewildered by Jack's demeanor, let out another powerful roar and charged forward. Its massive form moved with surprising speed. The ground shook with each step, and the crowd gasped as they watched the creature advance. Jack, however, was already moving. He darted to the side with agility that seemed almost unnatural for a human. His movements were fluid and precise, and he avoided the Beast's charge with ease. The crowd cheered as they witnessed Jack's impressive dodging skills. The alien commander's frustration reached a boiling point. He had hoped for a quick and decisive victory, but Jack's unexpected agility and calmness were turning the fight into an unpredictable spectacle. The commander's pride was on the line, and he was determined to see his creature live up to its fearsome reputation. The beast, growing more agitated, roared again and swung its claws in a wide arc. Jack rolled out of the way, narrowly avoiding the deadly swipe. He looked up at the beast with a grin and said, "Is that all you've got? I've seen puppies with more bite." The crowd erupted in laughter and applause. Even as the beast continued to thrash and roar, Jack's confidence and humor kept the audience entertained. The fight was shaping up to be a unique and unforgettable event. As the battle continued, it was clear that Jack's approach was not just a test of strength, but also a demonstration of courage and quick thinking. The beast's raw power was impressive, but Jack's unshakable confidence and clever tactics were equally remarkable. The stage was set for an epic clash, one that would challenge the perceptions of both the human and alien spectators. The battle between Jack and the beast was far from over, and everyone in the arena was on the edge of their seats, eager to see how this extraordinary confrontation would unfold. The fight starts. The air in the arena was electric with anticipation. The crowd watched in breathless silence as the beast and Jack faced off. The alien commander, standing high above the arena, looked on with a mixture of excitement and impatience. He had expected the battle to be a display of raw power, but Jack's casual attitude had turned it into something far more intriguing. The beast, its eyes glowing fiercely, let out a final earth-shaking roar. The ground quaked beneath its massive paws. It was clear that the beast was eager to end the fight quickly and prove its might. Jack, however, stood his ground with an easy smile, his stance relaxed but alert. Without warning, the beast charged at Jack with incredible speed. Its powerful limbs moved in a blur, and the claws on its feet sliced through the air. The beast's roar echoed around the arena, signaling its intent to overwhelm Jack with sheer force. Jack, however, was quick on his feet. He sidestepped the beast's charge with nimble grace. The creature's claws missed him by mere inches, and Jack took the opportunity to leap away. The crowd erupted into cheers as they watched the human's agility and quick reflexes. As the beast skidded to a halt and turned to face Jack again, it let out a frustrated growl. It wasn't used to being dodged so easily. Jack, meanwhile, continued to move with ease, his eyes fixed on the beast. He seemed almost amused by the creature's attempts to catch him. The beast roared again, this time more angrily. It swung its massive claws in a wide arc, trying to catch Jack off guard. Jack, however, ducked and rolled, avoiding the deadly swipe. He landed gracefully on his feet, barely breaking a sweat. Jack couldn't resist making a playful comment. "Nice try, but you'll need to do better than that," he called out, his voice carrying over the arena. The crowd responded with laughter and applause. The contrast between Jack's calm demeanor and the beast's ferocity was captivating. While the beast was a force of nature, Jack's agility and humor kept the audience thoroughly entertained. The beast, growing increasingly frustrated, changed tactics. It let out a high-pitched, piercing howl that echoed through the arena. The sound was meant to disorient Jack and make him vulnerable. The beast charged again, this time aiming to overwhelm Jack with a series of rapid, powerful strikes. Jack, however, was ready. He rolled and spun, using every ounce of his agility to avoid the beast's attacks. He ducked under a swipe of claws and then leapt over a sweeping tail. With each movement, Jack seemed to be dancing around the beast, his movements fluid and controlled. The crowd watched in amazement. They had expected a simple, brutal fight, but what they were witnessing was a display of skill and strategy. Jack's ability to outmaneuver the beast was impressive, and it was clear that he wasn't just relying on luck. His confidence and quick thinking were making a significant difference. The beast, its frustration growing, tried a different approach. It crouched low, preparing to pounce with all its might. Its muscles tensed and its eyes locked onto Jack, focusing on the human's every move. The crowd held their breath, knowing that this could be the decisive moment of the fight. Jack, sensing the beast's intentions, prepared himself. He braced for impact and focused on his timing. As the beast leapt towards him with a powerful roar, Jack dove to the side, narrowly avoiding the crushing blow. The beast landed heavily on the ground where Jack had been moments before, shaking the arena with the force of its impact. Jack quickly got back on his feet and grinned. "That was close! You almost had me there." His voice was full of playful enthusiasm, and the crowd responded with cheers. The beast, now visibly exhausted from its relentless attacks, began to slow down. It panted heavily, its massive chest heaving with each breath. The constant evasion and quick movements from Jack were taking their toll. The beast's once powerful strikes were becoming slower and less precise. Jack noticed the beast's change in pace and seized the opportunity. He began to press his advantage, using his speed to get in closer and land quick, precise strikes. He moved in and out of the beast's reach, targeting its weaker spots with calculated precision. The crowd watched with bated breath as Jack continued his relentless assault. The beast roared in frustration, its movements growing more erratic. The once formidable creature was now on the defensive, struggling to keep up with Jack's swift and agile attacks. The alien commander, observing from his high vantage point, clenched his fists. His frustration was evident. He had expected the beast to dominate, but Jack's skill and agility were proving to be a serious challenge. The commander's pride was on the line, and he was growing increasingly anxious about the outcome. As the fight progressed, it became clear that Jack was not just surviving, but thriving. His ability to outmaneuver the beast and his relentless spirit were turning the tide of the battle. The crowd was on its feet, cheering for the human who had turned what was meant to be a display of terror into a thrilling and unexpected contest of skill. The arena was alive with energy as the fight continued. Jack's combination of agility, quick thinking, and humor had transformed the battle into an extraordinary spectacle. The beast, though powerful, was struggling to keep up with the human's relentless pace. As the clash between Jack and the beast raged on, it was evident that the fight was far from over. Both combatants were pushing their limits, and the outcome remained uncertain. The audience watched with eager anticipation, captivated by the remarkable duel unfolding before them. Clever tactics. The roar of the crowd echoed through the arena as Jack and the beast continued their fierce battle. The beast was clearly struggling. Its once powerful attacks were becoming less coordinated, and its heavy breathing signaled exhaustion. Jack, on the other hand, seemed to be growing more confident with each passing moment. His movements were swift and precise, his eyes constantly assessing the beast's weaknesses. The alien commander watched with growing frustration. He had expected the beast to overpower Jack quickly, but the human's clever tactics and agility had turned the fight into something unexpected. The commander clenched his fists, his face a mask of irritation. Jack was fully aware of the beast's growing fatigue. He used this to his advantage, employing clever tactics to keep the beast off balance. Every time the beast attempted a powerful strike, Jack would sidestep or dodge, making it clear that he was not only surviving but thriving. As the beast let out a frustrated roar and charged forward, Jack suddenly changed his approach. He sprinted towards one of the arena's large pillars, using it as a shield. The beast's attack struck the pillar instead of Jack, sending a shower of debris flying. Jack ducked and rolled, emerging from behind the pillar with a fresh, strategic position. The crowd cheered at Jack's quick thinking. They were impressed by his ability to use the environment to his advantage. Even the alien commander could not deny that Jack's tactics were impressive, though he was still determined to see the beast emerge victorious. The beast, angered by the damage to the pillar, charged again with renewed fury. Its eyes were locked onto Jack, and it let out a series of furious roars. Jack, undeterred, continued to move with practiced ease. He ducked, dodged, and darted around the arena, using every inch of space to outmaneuver the beast. Seeing an opportunity, Jack made a daring move. He darted towards one of the arena's elevated platforms. The platform was a few meters above the ground and provided a great vantage point. The beast, confused by Jack's sudden change in position, paused and looked up, its eyes narrowing with frustration. Jack climbed onto the platform with swift, agile movements. From his elevated position, he had a better view of the beast and could plan his next move more effectively. He watched as the beast paced below, its frustration evident in its agitated movements. Jack waited patiently until the beast's back was turned. He then leapt down from the platform, landing lightly on his feet behind the beast. He quickly moved in and delivered a series of rapid strikes to the creature's exposed flank. Each strike was aimed with precision, exploiting the creature's vulnerable spots. The beast roared in pain and surprise, spinning around to face Jack. It swung its massive claws in an attempt to catch the agile human, but Jack was already moving, ducking and rolling to avoid the powerful swipe. The crowd was on its feet, cheering and applauding Jack's clever tactics. The alien commander's face darkened. He had hoped that the beast's raw power would be enough to secure victory, but Jack's strategic use of the arena and his ability to exploit the beast's weaknesses were proving to be a significant challenge. The commander's pride was on the line, and he was growing increasingly anxious about the outcome. Jack, seeing that the beast was getting more disoriented, decided to press his advantage. He used the arena's pillars and platforms to keep the beast guessing. Every time the beast charged, Jack would evade, using the environment to create obstacles and confuse the creature. As the beast roared in frustration and tried to regain its composure, Jack saw another opportunity. He noticed that the beast's attacks were becoming more predictable. Jack began to anticipate the creature's moves, countering them with quick, precise actions. His ability to read the beast's intentions allowed him to stay one step ahead. Jack's clever tactics were not just about avoiding attacks, they were about making the beast expend its energy and become increasingly fatigued. Each time the beast missed an attack, it grew more exhausted and frustrated. Jack's strategy was working perfectly. The crowd was enthralled by the spectacle. They had come expecting a straightforward display of raw power, but what they were witnessing was a battle of wits and skill. Jack's ability to outthink and outmaneuver the beast was captivating, and the audience's excitement was palpable. The alien commander, realizing that his prized creature was struggling, began to shout instructions and encouragement. His voice echoed through the arena, urging the beast to overcome its fatigue and show its true power. The commander's frustration was clear. He was desperate for the beast to turn the tide of the fight. Despite the commander's desperate pleas, Jack continued to outmaneuver the beast. He used every trick in the book, rolling under sweeping attacks, climbing onto high platforms, and using the arena's obstacles to his advantage. The beast's strength was undeniable, but Jack's clever tactics were proving to be more than a match. With each passing moment, it became clear that Jack's approach was not only effective, but also thrilling. The battle was no longer just about brute force. It was a testament to Jack's strategic mind and quick reflexes. The audience's cheers grew louder, their appreciation for Jack's skill and bravery evident in their enthusiastic support. As the fight continued, Jack remained focused and determined. He knew that the key to victory was not just surviving, but outsmarting the beast. His clever tactics were turning the battle in his favor, and he was determined to see it through to the end. The arena was alive with energy and excitement as Jack and the beast continued their clash. The fight was far from over, and both combatants were pushing their limits. Jack's clever tactics and unwavering confidence were making a lasting impression, and the outcome of the battle remained uncertain. The crowd watched with bated breath, eager to see how this extraordinary confrontation would conclude. Turning the tide, the roar of the crowd filled the arena as Jack and the beast continued their intense battle. The beast, visibly exhausted and frustrated, was struggling to keep up with Jack's relentless and clever tactics. Jack, however, was growing more confident and determined. His strategy was working, and it was clear that he was slowly gaining the upper hand. The alien commander's frustration was palpable. He had expected the beast to dominate the fight, but Jack's skillful maneuvers and strategic use of the arena had turned the battle into a showcase of human ingenuity. The commander's face was a mask of anger and disbelief as he watched the fight unfold. Jack, sensing that the beast was growing more tired, decided it was time to escalate his tactics. He knew that the creature's strength was waning, and that this was his chance to push for a decisive advantage. Jack's mind raced as he considered his next move. The beast, roaring in frustration, charged at Jack with renewed anger. Its movements were slower and more deliberate, a clear sign of its fatigue. Jack, however, was prepared. He had been watching the beast closely, studying its patterns and weaknesses. He knew that now was the time to capitalize on the creature's exhaustion. Jack used the arena's elevated platforms to his advantage. He leapt onto a high platform, giving him a commanding view of the battlefield. From this vantage point, he could see the beast's every move and anticipate its attacks. The beast, looking up at Jack with a mix of anger and confusion, let out a powerful roar and began to climb the platform after him. Jack, however, was not going to make it easy. He moved quickly and decisively, using the platform's height to his advantage. As the beast climbed up, Jack threw objects from the platform, aiming to disorient the creature. Debris and small obstacles rained down on the beast, making its ascent more difficult. The crowd was on its feet, cheering and shouting in excitement. They were captivated by the dramatic turn of events. Jack's clever use of the environment was turning the tide of the battle, and the audience was thoroughly engaged in the spectacle. The beast, struggling to climb the platform while avoiding the falling debris, let out a frustrated roar. It tried to bat away the obstacles with its massive claws, but the constant barrage was taking its toll. The creature's movements became more erratic, and its energy was clearly draining. Jack, observing the beast's struggles, decided to press his advantage. He climbed to a higher level of the platform, positioning himself for a better attack. From this elevated position, he launched a series of precise strikes at the beast. Each strike was aimed with calculated precision, targeting the creature's vulnerable spots. The beast roared in pain and surprise, its body flinching with each hit. The crowd watched in awe as Jack's tactical brilliance began to show. His ability to outmaneuver and outthink the beast was turning the battle in his favor. The once powerful creature was now on the defensive, struggling to counter Jack's relentless assault. The alien commander, watching from his high vantage point, clenched his teeth in frustration. His hopes of a swift and decisive victory were slipping away. The commander's desperation was evident as he shouted instructions and encouragement to the beast, trying to rally the creature for a final push. Jack, undeterred by the commander's pleas, continued his attack. He used the arena's layout to his advantage, moving swiftly from one platform to another. His agility and speed allowed him to stay out of the beast's reach while landing precise strikes. The beast's once formidable defenses were crumbling under the relentless pressure. The crowd's excitement reached a fever pitch. They had come to see a display of raw power, but what they were witnessing was a masterclass in strategy and skill. Jack's ability to turn the tide of the battle was thrilling, and the audience was fully invested in the outcome. The beast, now clearly exhausted and battered, let out a final, anguished roar. Its movements were sluggish, and its attacks were becoming increasingly desperate. Jack, seeing the creature's vulnerability, knew that the end was near. He prepared for a decisive strike, ready to bring the battle to its climax. With a final burst of speed, Jack launched himself from the highest platform, aiming directly at the beast. He executed a precise and powerful maneuver, striking the creature with a forceful blow. The beast staggered, its roar turning into a pained cry. It collapsed onto the arena floor, its massive body heaving with labored breaths. The crowd erupted into cheers and applause, their excitement reaching a peak. Jack stood over the beast, his chest rising and falling with each breath. He had turned the tide of the battle through sheer skill and clever tactics. The once powerful creature was now defeated, and Jack's victory was assured. The alien commander, watching the scene unfold, felt a mix of anger and admiration. He had underestimated Jack's abilities, and the human's performance had been nothing short of extraordinary. The commander's pride was wounded, but he couldn't deny that Jack had proven himself to be a formidable opponent. As the arena buzzed with excitement, Jack took a moment to catch his breath and survey the scene. The fight had been challenging, but he had managed to overcome the beast through a combination of agility, strategy, and determination. The tide had turned in his favor, and the outcome of the battle was a testament to his skill and resourcefulness. The arena continued to buzz with energy as the crowd celebrated Jack's victory. The fight had been an extraordinary spectacle, and Jack's clever tactics had ensured that he emerged victorious. The battle had been a test of both physical and mental prowess, and Jack had come out on top. The final move, the arena was alive with excitement. The crowd's cheers echoed around the space as Jack prepared for the final moments of his epic battle with the beast. The creature lay battered and exhausted on the ground, its powerful form struggling to rise. Jack stood a few meters away, his breathing steady and his gaze fixed on his opponent. The tide had turned in his favor, but he knew that a final move was needed to secure his victory. The alien commander's face was a mix of fury and disbelief. He had watched in disbelief as the beast, once thought unbeatable, was brought to its knees by Jack's clever tactics and unyielding determination. The commander's pride was on the line, and he could hardly believe the turn of events. His eyes were fixed on the arena, hoping for a miracle that would change the outcome. Jack took a deep breath and assessed the situation. He knew that the beast's strength was waning, but it was still a formidable opponent. He needed to be precise and careful to ensure that his final move would be effective and decisive. Jack's mind raced as he considered his strategy for the final strike. The beast, struggling to lift its massive body, let out a low, pained growl. Its eyes, once fierce and filled with rage, were now clouded with exhaustion. Jack watched carefully, knowing that this was his chance to end the fight once and for all. He needed to act quickly and decisively. Jack's gaze swept over the arena, looking for any advantage he could use. His eyes fell on one of the large pillars that had previously provided cover. He had used the pillars to outmaneuver the beast earlier, and now he saw an opportunity to use one more time to finalize his victory. With a burst of speed, Jack moved toward the pillar, climbing it swiftly. From his elevated position, he had a clear view of the beast's struggling form. Jack knew that his final move had to be precise. He needed to use the pillar to his advantage to deliver a final, powerful strike. The crowd was on the edge of their seats, their excitement palpable. They had witnessed an incredible display of skill and strategy, and now they eagerly awaited the conclusion of the battle. Jack's movements were smooth and calculated as he prepared for his final move. The beast, its energy nearly spent, finally managed to get onto its feet. It looked around weakly, trying to locate Jack. Its once powerful roars had turned into pained growls, and it struggled to focus. Jack knew this was his moment. He had to act quickly before the beast could recover. Jack took a deep breath and leapt from the pillar, aiming directly at the beast. His body moved through the air with purpose, and he brought his weapon down with a powerful, precise strike. The crowd held their breath as Jack descended toward his opponent, the outcome hanging in the balance. The impact was solid and forceful. Jack's strike connected with the beast's side, and the creature let out a final, anguished roar. It staggered under the force of the blow, its massive body collapsing once again onto the ground. Jack landed gracefully beside the beast, his breathing steady as he prepared for the end. The arena erupted into cheers and applause. The crowd's excitement reached a peak as Jack stood over the beast, his expression one of calm determination. The battle was over, and Jack had emerged victorious. The beast, once a symbol of fear and strength, lay defeated on the arena floor. The alien commander's face was a mixture of anger and disbelief. He had watched as Jack, a mere human, had outsmarted and outmaneuvered his prized creature. The commander's pride was wounded, but he couldn't deny the skill and bravery that Jack had displayed. The crowd's cheers and the commander's frustration were clear indicators of the impact Jack's performance had made. Jack took a moment to survey the arena, his eyes sweeping over the cheering crowd and the defeated beast. The fight had been a test of not just physical strength, but also mental acuity and strategy. Jack had proven himself to be a formidable opponent, and his final move had been a testament to his skill and determination. The beast, now lying still on the arena floor, showed no signs of getting up. Its powerful form was motionless, and its once fiery eyes were closed. Jack's final strike had been effective, and the beast's reign of terror had come to an end. The crowd's cheers grew louder, celebrating Jack's victory and the end of an extraordinary battle. Jack approached the defeated creature with a mix of respect and relief. He had faced a formidable opponent and had managed to overcome it through skill, strategy, and determination. The final move had been the culmination of his efforts, and the victory was hard-earned and well-deserved. As the arena continued to buzz with excitement, Jack took a moment to reflect on the battle. It had been a challenging and exhilarating experience, and he had proven himself to be a true warrior. The final move had brought the fight to a close, and Jack's victory was a testament to his abilities and resilience. The crowd's cheers and applause continued as Jack stood tall in the center of the arena. The battle had been an incredible display of skill and bravery, and Jack's performance had left a lasting impression. The final move had secured his victory and brought an end to an epic confrontation. The arena was alive with energy, and Jack's victory was celebrated by all. The battle was over, and the outcome was clear. Jack had turned the tide of the fight and emerged victorious, proving that skill, strategy, and determination could overcome even the most formidable of opponents. The aftermath. The arena was now filled with the echoes of celebration and relief. The cheers of the crowd rang out, a testament to the thrilling and unexpected conclusion of the battle. Jack stood in the center of the arena, his chest heaving with each breath as he surveyed the scene. The beast lay defeated on the ground, its massive form motionless. The once intimidating creature was now a symbol of Jack's hard-fought victory. The alien commander, standing high above the arena in a VIP box, watched the scene unfold with a mix of frustration and admiration. His plan to showcase the beast as an unbeatable force had backfired, and he had been forced to witness a human, Jack, outmaneuver and defeat his prized creature. The commander's face was a mask of disbelief and anger as he processed the defeat. The crowd's excitement was palpable. People from all corners of the galaxy had come to witness the battle, and Jack's victory was the talk of the arena. His performance had been a spectacular display of skill and strategy, and the crowd's cheers were a testament to his impressive achievement. As the arena slowly emptied, Jack took a moment to reflect on the fight. He had faced an incredibly powerful opponent and had managed to overcome it through a combination of clever tactics and unwavering determination. The final move had sealed his victory, but it was the entire battle that had showcased his abilities and resilience. Jack's victory was celebrated by the crowd, and he was approached by various representatives and officials. They congratulated him on his impressive performance and offered their admiration. Jack accepted their praise with a humble nod, knowing that the victory was not just his, but also a testament to his training and preparation. The defeated beast was carefully lifted from the arena by a team of alien technicians. They moved with precision, ensuring that the creature was treated with care despite its defeat. The beast's once feared presence was now subdued, and its removal marked the end of an era of intimidation and fear. As Jack walked through the arena, he was met by a group of reporters and journalists eager to get his thoughts. The alien commander, still fuming from the unexpected turn of events, had retreated to a private chamber. He paced back and forth, his mind racing with thoughts of how the battle had gone wrong. He had underestimated Jack's abilities and had paid the price for his miscalculation. The commander's pride was wounded, and he was determined to learn from this defeat and come back stronger. Meanwhile, Jack's victory was celebrated not just in the arena, but also across various planets and star systems. News of the humans' triumph spread quickly, and Jack became a symbol of bravery and skill. People from different worlds admired his courage and determination, and his story was shared and discussed in countless places. Jack's victory had also sparked a change in the perception of humans. No longer seen as weak or insignificant, humans were now recognized for their strength and capabilities. The battle had proven that they could hold their own against even the most fearsome opponents. Jack's performance had opened doors for future opportunities and had set a new standard for what humans could achieve. As the days passed, Jack found himself in high demand. He was invited to various events and gatherings where he was celebrated as a hero. His story was told and retold, and he became a source of inspiration for many. Despite the fame and attention, Jack remained focused and grounded. He knew that his victory was the result of hard work and dedication, and he continued to train and prepare for whatever challenges lay ahead. The alien commander, on the other hand, was left to deal with the aftermath of the defeat. The loss of the beast had been a significant blow to his reputation, and he faced criticism and questioning from his peers and superiors. The commander's once formidable image had been tarnished, and he was determined to rebuild it through careful planning and strategic adjustments. Jack's victory had not only changed his own life, but had also had a lasting impact on the galaxy. The battle had demonstrated the power of strategy, skill, and determination, and it had inspired others to push beyond their limits. Jack's name became synonymous with bravery and excellence, and his story continued to inspire and motivate people across the stars. As Jack looked back on the battle and its aftermath, he felt a deep sense of accomplishment. The fight had been challenging, but he had emerged victorious through a combination of hard work, strategy, and perseverance. The experience had been a testament to his abilities and had solidified his place as a respected and admired warrior. The arena, now empty and silent, stood as a reminder of the incredible battle that had taken place. The echoes of the crowd's cheers still lingered in the air, and the memories of the fight would be remembered for years to come. Jack's victory had been a momentous occasion, and its impact would be felt across the galaxy for a long time. In the end, Jack's triumph was more than just a personal victory. It was a statement of human strength and capability, a message that resonated across the stars. The aftermath of the battle was a testament to the power of determination and skill, and Jack's legacy would continue to inspire and influence others in the days to come.